You know, a lot of people ask me what's the one biggest piece of advice that I can give for people when it comes to their dating lives, when it comes to their relationships. And I'm going to give you that's something really quite close to my heart. In fact, this was something that I had to actually learn the hard way. And, you know, when I tell you this stuff, maybe it might not resonate with you, but there might be someone that you know. And if there is someone that you know that needs to see this video, what I want you to do is make sure that you share it with them, but do it in a friendly way. Don't do it in a way that's like, hey, look, you'll need this video. Like, do it in a way that is like really gentle. It's like, hey, this guy's got some really cool ideas. I'd like you to see it. Because this is something that I really feel like the world should know. And if there's one piece of dating advice that I can give to everyone on this earth, which is and I go into this much deeper in my Epic Relationships course, which is more available for one more week, that you can get a hold of it now if you're interested, link in the description. But this is what I refer to as the double Ds of destruction and decay. So the first D, not breasts, by the way, just because the name implies that, and that's why I chose the name. But the first D is actually when we get into what we call distractions. Now, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to our emotions, because truth be told, you know, you're two people in a relationship. You know, right now you're watching this, we're in a relationship. And when you're connecting with someone, when you have intimacy with someone, and there are emotions that are getting in the way, what you find is that sometimes it's easy to distract ourselves. And it starts small. If you've ever heard of the phrase, how do you boil a frog? This is it. Well, how do you boil a frog if you haven't heard of that phrase before? Well, if you were to throw a frog in the water, into boiling water, it would feel the heat and jump right out. But when it comes to relationships and issues, what I find is a lot of people are being like a boiled frog. So if you truly want to boil a frog, what you do is you put it in cold water, you turn on the heat, and it won't feel the temperature difference. And it's this temperature difference that actually hurts a lot of people. So it starts small. It starts with someone not really expressing that they didn't like something. Or maybe later on someone was a bit late and you didn't really tell them how it made you feel. And so what we decide to do is we decide to distract ourselves. We distract ourselves with food, we distract ourselves with television, we distract ourselves with like information and looking and going on like to different drugs and different, even friends sometimes. A lot of things in life can be work as a distraction, and it can be used as something good. Now, the second D is the worst one, because once we get into distractions, then we get into what we refer to as denials. And denials is where you end up putting someone else's or something else's value system on your own. And maybe you've been in a relationship, or if not, maybe you know someone else like this who's been in a relationship where they were in denial, where they were in denial of how they were feeling. And you know, it's kind of like, well, you know, I don't feel like I'm getting enough love, but then you think, but they think they're giving me love in their way. But truth be told, you know, if you need emotions to run, you need emotions, you need love, you need this energy to run your life, to connect with someone. And if you run out, then you can't do it. We've got to keep our relationships simple. And so when it comes to distractions and denials, that's the thing that can really kill relationships, that can really deplete yourself, because you spend a lot of time thinking and not a lot of time feeling, and a lot of time trying to justify why someone deserves to treat you bad. And truth be told, the way out of this is very simple. The way out of this is to figure out who you are and to start being that. And that's easier said than done. Because a lot of people right now might think they know who they are. You might know who you are in the sense that you might feel like, oh, I know who I am. You know, I'm someone who's adventurous, I'm someone who's charismatic. You know, I'm someone who's really courageous. But there are also times where you're quite scared, where you're not courageous, where you just want to be at home and watch a TV and have a pizza. And so what I want to suggest to you is that who you are is beyond what you think you are. Who you are is beyond all the thoughts you have, all the dreams, all the goals, all the fears, all the anxieties. Who you are is something more deeper, something so much more profound that you can't truly express it. That you will spend your entire life trying to express it, and that someone might spend their entire life trying to get to know you as well. But you will never get that out until you start to learn how to speak your unspokens. These are the things that when it comes to pains that you have, when it comes to emotions that you have, that these are the things that you need to express. Because a lot of people think relationships should just be happy family. But when you realize that sometimes we have issues, sometimes we have problems, but issues sometimes come up. And if you distract yourself and then you deny the fact that you feel certain things, those little issues become what we refer to as big monsters. And I like the phrase, kill the monster while it's small. Speak your unspokens. Express yourself when you need to express yourself. And do it, the key here, by the way, is to do it in an honoring way. So what you do is you don't say, you did this, you made me feel that way. Because even when I say this to you, how do you feel? Do you feel attacked? When people feel attacked, they want to attack back. What you do is you do it in a very honoring way. You say, I feel, or even just I feel this. I am hurt. I need this. I need this from you. Can you give it to me? Because we overcomplicate relationships. We think, no, they're not going to give us this, and then we justify it. We overthink, and we keep thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, and then we never actually really get to the core of the situation. And the core of the situation is relationships should be simple. Relationships are simple. If you love someone, let them know. If you're attracted to someone, let them know. If you don't think it's wise, don't do it. If you're hurt, let that other person feel it. If you don't want to do it, then don't. But playing this mental game, making it this giant algorithm of, but they did this one time and then they did this and then this happens, and then what happens is that comes from denial. That comes from denying your own feelings and trying to figure out your place in the world like a puzzle piece or a chess game. And what people don't understand is that chess itself, I love the metaphor of chess, because chess itself is not about learning every move possible. Chess itself is about pattern recognition. And the pattern that I want you to understand here is to speak your unspokens, to understand that if you're hurt, sometimes it needs to be said. And sometimes the other person might be more hurt than you, where it's more appropriate to let them know. But most dating advice will overcomplicate it. They'll give you this algorithm, this overcomplicated thing, and you might find life was a lot simpler before you started looking at dating advice. And it's simply because we overdid it. And then we overdid it, and then we started getting into the double D's of destruction. We started to distract ourselves from how we were feeling because we didn't want to feel it because emotions are bad. And then we started to deny how we're feeling by trying to figure out someone else's value system that we deemed better than our own. And that makes you less attractive, that makes you less of who you are, and that burns you up inside. You become emotionally depleted because you spend so much time thinking rather than feeling. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you did like it, make sure to leave a like, because if you did, then I like you. And if you are interested in the Epic Relationships course, you have 1 week left. If you want to learn more about distractions and denials and how to really create incredible chemistry and mind-blowing connections with your partner, then go to www.theepicrelationshipscourse.com, or the link is in the description. So thank you so much. I love you, and make sure to subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, Santa won't come this year. And I love Santa. So bye. There we go. I hit 2K, by the way.
Oh, did you?